that has made Java EE quite a bit different and has resulted in a quicker and easier way to develop applications, providing the compliance standards what the industry is asking for. While I talked about the Java SE, that is the standard edition part, when we talk about applications that run on the internet, Sun calls that as Java EE5, that is Java Enterprise Edition 5, and that takes a lot of things from the Java 6. However, what is new in Java EE5 is some of the things that I have listed over here. EJB 3.0, this is the easier way of creating enterprise Java beans. They are the business components basically. Java persistence architecture, which takes care of securely writing the information into the databases. Web services has been integrated with Java EE5 now, which will allow you to communicate with the disparate programming environment. Java WebTire that has been introduced along with the JSF allows you to quickly create a web application with more or less like, you don't even need to put your hands on the keyboard. With several clicks of mouse and a database at the back end, you should be able to come out with an application. Probably the first cut application is going to be very fast. And also like the J2EE blueprints for Ajax based Web 2.0 application, which uses Dojo toolkit. Like we have gone beyond Java, like we use scripting, which has become like one of the most accepted or probably most popular way of programming web applications. We kept on talking about web applications and enterprise applications. In between, we started talking about components, business components and web components. I want to have a quick clarification over here. And in fact, even my friend projected beautiful graphical images wherein like he talked about a client, he talked about a merchant banker, he talked about a financial system in the back end, and so on and so forth. Like what they are basically like the applications are created and loaded on these systems. For example, a client application would run in the place where the client is using a system, and the server application would run. It could be one or more servers, where like it could be a database server, it could be an application server, it could be a web server, and so on and so forth. And the client application could communicate with the such server applications, or directly or through middleware applications, which could perhaps add a lot more value into what the clients are looking for. Okay, and these applications can be created using many directions, many environments that are available. It could be a PHP based application, it could be .NET based applications, or Corba based applications, or Java J2EE based applications. I'm sorry, I should say Java EE based applications. And our focus presently is on the Java EE applications, because most of our such applications, for most of our clients, we use the Java EE environment. We talked about the three applications, different applications. The client applications could be an application that run in the client environment. It could be a standalone Java application, or it could be a Swing based Java application. Okay, and most of us know like it could be a desktop browser which will be using a applet, and the applet could be connecting to a server application or through the middleware. Okay, and even scripting applications which currently using script based applications, and Java Sun has introduced a new scripting based applications which is called as JavaFX. Even such applications can be used to quickly come out with an acceptable user interface based application to connect through the internet to our backend application, which is currently a PCI based application, or an application that is for the payment credit card industry. On the server side, to make the things easier, the J2EE or Java EE applications can be broken into instead of we call that as an application, we call them as components, and these are the components that run in the containers, and the containers are going to run inside the servers. Let's not get into why we say containers and servers at this point in time. Probably, like, you know, we can take a look at that a little later. Containers can be roughly classified into two different types of containers. One is called as a web component running inside a web container, and a business component running in a business container. And as the name itself indicates, a presentation related component is created using the Java EE based web components, which are servlets, JSP, JSTL, filters, helper and utility classes. I hope, like, you know, how many of you guys are Java EE programmers here? Okay, so I am very happy that, you know, like, I'm talking to some of the guys who can you know, understand what I am talking about now. I am not saying that these are the latest things that is available only in the Java EE, that they have appeared long ago, but they are being used in a most updated fashion. And the business components are those things which hide behind the web container, and probably they might exist in the same machine, or they might exist in another server, depending on how you configure, how you architect the PCI application or the payment credit card application. The business component side, we have session beans, entity beans, MDBs, or the message driven beans. These are the things that takes care of managing sessions, managing the data, persistence, and managing communication with the middleware. Okay. And the other applications, which basically we say that these are the applications at the end are going to go and connect with some of your applications. That could be a SAP application, wherein it is going to update the transactions when it goes through. Okay. So, what does the client application need to do, and how is it going to do? So, the client application needs to take care of the application requirements, or in this case PCI application requirement, and they should securely execute in a desktop or a browser environment, and of course they have to be compliant to the PCI requirements. On the server side, what should these components or application be doing, and how should it needs to be taken care of? On the server side, we have to take care of two things, actually three things. Business logic has to be taken care of, what needs to be happening according to the credit cards business logic. Presentation, how it should be presented, which actually talks about the web part of the application, and also the non-functional requirements. Although it says non-functional requirements, it takes care of several things, which include security. Everything like other than the functional requirements is a non-functional requirement for that matter. Security, let's say scalability, reliability, so on and so forth is a non-functional